Copy and paste. Mistress Claressa Shields has struck again. Remy Ma is embedded in her MFing brain, y'all. Oh my. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking left. Claressa Shields, surprise, surprise, aka Pap's Mistress, aka Pap's Entanglement, aka Pap's Pick Me, aka Pap's Side Chick, or as Chris Cyborg would say, it is duck hunting season. We're back at it again, you guys, with the copy and paste Remy of it all. There's going to be two different sets of slides that are going to be going on throughout this video of the obsession that Claressa still has with Remy, right? This is crazy to me. This is insane to me that we have to continue to talk about this in 2026, you guys, where Claressa is putting on a show for you guys, is lying to you guys, is playing in y'all faces about the levels of obsession, the levels of jealousy, the levels of insecurity that Claressa has as it pertains to Remy Ma, you guys. Once again, Claressa was just in an interview the other day that came out, claiming she didn't know Remy, claiming she didn't know Remy's music. But that's a flat out lie, because like I said in my video last night, in order for you to not know anything about Remy or her music, you wouldn't have to study everything she's done to try to copy her, to try to emulate her, to try to present yourself as if you could be Pap's next wife. You know what I'm saying? Except for the married man in the equation does not want to let go of his current wife to commit to you, which should be the biggest red flag to you. But instead, what you're doing is trying to copy and replicate everything Remy has already done throughout her career, whether it is music videos, whether it is performances, whether it is her appearance at the BET Awards, because the two looks of Remy that I feel like Claressa was copying was one of the looks where she has, you know what I'm saying, all the jewels, the over-the-neck dress, the collar dress, is from the BET Awards, right? That I feel like that was part of the look, part of the inspiration. And you can see Remy has real diamonds. Meanwhile, Claressa is playing around with the glue-on rhinestones, the glue-on sequins of it all and all of the things. And then the second video is from Remy's surprise Renaissance birthday party with Pap, right? And why is Pap included in this? Because I believe that there was another photo shoot that was done in Miami with Pap's daughter to promote her lip gloss line. And I believe that this was the theme of the photo shoot, right? And that is the reason that Claressa has put out these photos, you know what I'm saying, to make it seem like she's elevating, that she's modeling, that she's got all of the things going on. But it is nothing but BS. It is nothing but absolute BS, right? And so ultimately, Pap had borrowed, you know what I'm saying, the same shirt that he wore, the same jacket he wore, and it looks like, to me, the same hat that he wore from Remy's surprise Renaissance themed party for this Miami photo shoot. I also peeped that Remy's hair and Claressa's hair are the same. The only difference is the color, but it is the same, you know, side part with curly ends and everything else of the wig and all of this and all of that. The only difference is it is another color of Remy that Remy has already done, that she has already had in the past, that Claressa wants to replicate. And it gets to a point, I can't stress enough that Remy needs extra security. Remy needs a restraining order. Remy, you know what I'm saying, needs to beef up whatever she needs to beef up. That Claressa is going to always copy all things Remy. Now, remember her former friend, Nigeria the Goat, wanted to take credit for some of the quote-unquote Remy-inspired looks because she's a Remy fan. I'm inclined, and some people believe that this is all pap. Like, hey, yeah, this is what me and Remy did, and it went viral, and da-da-da-da, got a lot of attention. We were featured in all the top magazines and all this and all that. Here's the thing. I think it's Claressa as well. I think it is Claressa as well because Nigeria showed in the text messages that she leaked that Claressa Googles all things Remy. Because if you are purposefully, if you feel there's a hate train against you about your looks, and your first instinct is to go and search old Remy photos and trying to imply that Remy was ugly or Remy would be ashamed of her look, and trying to convince your friends and family to spread it in hopes that that was going to get a hate train put up against Remy, it tells you everything you need to know that not only are you trying to Google unflattering photos of Remy, but you're also Googling any photos or any performances or music videos or birthday parties or events like Remy as well. Remember, Claressa allegedly was supposed to have a 70s themed birthday party for her and Pap's birthday this year because they're both Pisces, and it never happened. Remember that? But remember, Remy Ma and her theme parties, that is a theme, especially with different decades and all the things. And Claressa copied that previously when she had the 90s birthday party. You know what I'm saying? Every aspect of Remy is embedded in Claressa's brain. Claressa trying to be a rapper, Claressa trying to freestyle, you know what I'm saying? And it's not to be taken seriously. It is not to be taken seriously. Claressa all of a sudden concerned about her looks, you know what I'm saying? Going back and forth to where she wants to be all glammed up or she wants to be fresh face and bare face. She can't make a decision, you know what I'm saying? Here's the thing, Remy is fine glammed up or not. And Claressa can't take it. Claressa can't handle it. Claressa sees all of the elevation Remy has without that husband of hers that was holding her back, and you wanted him so bad, and now you're stuck. Now you're trying to keep up appearances, and now y'all are replicating things that Remy used to do in the past for clout, for attention, to get yourselves in the blogs, so what the shade room can be like, oh, what do you guys think of these new Claressa pics, yay or nay? And I'm here to tell you, it is another copy and paste special. This is another edition from the Remy Ma starter pack. This is another attempt at trying to get Remy's attention because you are jealous of all of the attention that Remy is getting from her interview that I still have on deck to finish up and get that review out to you guys. Do not worry and all of the things. But it gets to a point. It absolutely gets to a point with all of this copying and just literally having Remy Ma all over your mood board. You know what I mean? Like trying to be in reality TV like Remy, wanting her husband, but her husband is refusing to commit to you in any capacity, and you thinking bringing a baby into this nonsense is going to somehow elevate your situation when really you're just going to be in the same position as Lotto. You know what I'm saying? Having babies with a married man and thinking it's cute out here to do so. At least she is not out here with the married man in public and has enough sense not to do that. You, on the other hand, Claressa, thinks this is a flex, and you wonder why no brands, no sponsors want to touch you. Why would they want to deal with you copying all things Remy when they could call the original? Why would they want you to represent any brands, especially if it's family owned, especially if they're going to be pushing out the commercials where it's going to be during prime time with, either during sporting events or during the daytime when people are home with their families and all of this and all of that? Why would they pick you to represent any brand in any capacity, as you are disrespectful on the internet? You're always cussing people out. You're always the forever victim. You take no accountability. You don't apologize for anything. And you suck up and absorb all of these incredible black women and all the things that they have accomplished. You pretend to befriend them. You pretend to call them your sis and all of this and all of that. And then either you misinterpret something or you were plotting against them behind the scenes and they do not know about it until it is too late. And then you get on the internet and act as though they did you wrong. You get on the internet and act as though they're the ones that switched up on you when you did the switching up because there was something that they had that you wanted. Layla Ali has all the intangibles that you want, but you did not want to take her advice and you misinterpreted what she said on the Breakfast Club, and it's been on like Donkey Kong ever since, right? You got that. Ruined and blew up your friendship of multiple years with Franchine Cruz out of jealousy, out of all of the things. You know what I'm saying? Because you were blatantly sabotaging her. You were blatantly sabotaging her and you were leaving her for Zeus Network, right? But you didn't want her to know the lengths of sabotage that you were doing for that fight in February until she put all the pieces together, and y'all are never going to be cool again. You snaked Shade Shagreen, you snaked Alicia Baumgartner, lied just to lie about whatever the original terms were supposed to be if y'all did ever meet in the ring, and switched up, and most importantly switched up the shmoney that would be involved. And they want absolutely nothing to do with you. And ultimately, what you did with the lady with the toy drive with 4 kids, no longer wanting to donate the toys because you had issues with their mom, all of your fallouts with multiple friendships and everything else, and proof that you use them to do your dirty work whenever you want to distract or deflect from something, or you want to send a hate train someone else's way. Your fallouts with your family, you know what I'm saying? You need them when you don't have anybody else to rock with, but then you discard of them if you feel like that they're showing too much loyalty to somebody else that you have beef with. But here's the thing. You cannot dictate or control people with money on how they are or are not going to move. People still have their own free will. So you can get them a home, you can get them a car, you can give them a monthly or weekly or daily allowance. You can pay off all their bills. They still have their own free will to be in contact with who they want to be in contact with. There is nothing special about you other than they all see you as a come up. But you've been so disrespectful on all accounts with all of these people that it is no surprise that once again Claressa is desperate to keep herself in the news. She is talking about everything but this upcoming fight, which should tell you everything you need to know. Instead of training for this fight, she is doing more photo shoots for Pap's daughter's lip gloss line. You know what I'm saying? Instead of focusing on this upcoming match that is going to be oh so competitive, she is in the studio making diss tracks instead of concentrating so hard on this competitive fight against a boxer who has only had 7 professional fights in their career. You are busy on the internet all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Instead of focusing on this fight, it's all about the podcast. It's all about trying to get into streaming. It's trying to sell some bundles. You know what I'm saying? It's trying to learn from hairstylists and makeup artists. You know what I'm saying? Once again, your educator on how to sell bundles, how to sell hair, how to do all of this and how to do that. It is all lame. And at the root of this is copying and pasting anything and everything Remy Ma's got going on, y'all. So with that being said, that is it for this video. I need y'all to do me the biggest favor, and that is to hype the video. Hype the video, please. There is that. That is it. That is all. It's Todos SV now. It's Benito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post the content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.